Zel Boy Army, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Zelonius, my spicy friend here, Mr. Ainsley Harriet. We're here today, a video that's dedicated to helping you take your chances. So many people on FIFA miss so many chances, and we've had a new patch that in my opinion's buffed the shooting, so this video is dedicated to helping you finish better on the new patch, how to score more goals. Alright, look, with this team I've got, obviously it's going to be easy to score. Before we look at the actual clip, some examples of how to score shoot on the new patch, I'm just going to show you some of the stats that are obvious. Volleys I don't think are that relevant, or heading, because we're not really using volleys or headers on this game that much. The long shots only stat only really comes into fruition when you're right on the edge of the area. If you're inside the area, the long shot stat's irrelevant as far as I'm aware. There's literally, according to EA, like a set amount of meters where it matters, but for all intents and purposes we're just saying long shots on the edge of the area. Finishing is in the box, so finishing is the key stat in the box. Shot power isn't if it'll go on target, it's just does it have enough power to beat the keeper. Once you start getting to mid-80s to lower shot power, you could hit a good shot, but it might miss still because it's just not got enough power to beat the keeper. I think the key one out of all of them is finishing. Finishing is just so important because it just makes your shots accurate. You don't need to really be hitting shots outside the box too much, but obviously we're having players like Messi, Team of the Year, Mbappe, it makes a big difference. I'll show you some examples of goals that are scored from outside the box. I really appreciate the support of the videos lately, boys. Please like and subscribe. I massively appreciate it. Comment, let me know what you think of the videos, what content you want to see, what content you enjoyed from me at the moment. But I do really appreciate the support. I'm trying to really put effort into this YouTube channel, make it a great place for you. Thank you once again. Let's get some clips and enjoy the video. Okay, we're here in a game. I'm going to show you some of the goals in this game. I'm going to talk you through some of the clips and show you how I like to finish on the new patch, some of the ways that is consistent on the new patch. There'll be a few chances in this game where I hit the post, and I'll explain maybe why I hit the post, why that wasn't the best angle to hit a shot from. Okay, you can see here, Lionel Messi, I'm getting onto his left foot. 5-star weak foot, by the way, is absolutely huge when it comes to the new patch. I don't really have them in my team at the moment because I've got Messi and Mbappe who are still insane at finishing. But the 5-star weak foot is crazy and just allows so many more options. So you can see there, Messi, 3 bars of power. I've done 3 bars of power. On the edge of the box, 3 bars of power with a finesse seems to be about the right amount. And then once I get to that position, just this bit here, anywhere along the line, that bit there just seems to be insane for shooting. If you can get someone with good long shots, with high finishing, because finishing does still matter for long shots, but the further out you go, the more the long shot stats matter, then you get this angle where you can just curve it into there. Watch Messi here. The ball just goes straight in. We'll go back. We'll slow it down a bit. Let's watch here. Messi turns. As soon as he gets into that position, 3 bars of power in the finesse. Very consistent on this patch. You can see there. Beats the keeper. Goes right into that top corner. On this patch, that finesse, even with worse players like Ben Yedder, who's very accessible, very good at scoring from this type of position. I really like that finish on this patch. It's not something that was very viable before, but I think it's really useful now, something you should be utilising. Okay, this clip here was an insane goal that I conceded off my opponent, which just really, in my opinion, shows how good the finesse shot is again. But watch this. This one was great. I'll show it in real time, then we'll go back and slow it down. There. That gap there. Ignore the line not being the best. You can see the finesse there. That's nearly 30 yards out. I don't think there's much danger here, but on the last patch, this never went in. But look at that. Show it again. This is right off the Berber spin as well. Bang. It just floats. I've not seen that on the last patch really going ever. I'm going to slow it down. So here, I thought I was quite safe. I'm covering that bit there with Varane. I think there, covering that with Varane covers that, and I just want to be, I wanted to just be fairly safe around this finesse area. For some reason, sometimes VLC just does that. I'll go back because VLC sometimes just does that. But we'll show it in slow motion. I don't know why VLC Media Player keeps doing this. There we go. Okay, look at that. That's 30 yards out, and it's just gone right into the top corner. I don't think that's one that I'd say is guaranteed every time, but that shows again the finesse is really back on this patch. And if you have players with good long shooting and the finesse shot, it's going to be absolutely deadly. Now here's another clip I've got here of a goal. With this one here, he's worried about the finesse shot. You can see that he starts to mark the finesse shot. We'll show it in real time first. Bang, the near post, still OP. Let's watch my opponent here. When I get here, he moves. He gives me this gap here, but he moves there because he's trying to cover me turning on there and getting the finesse. But what you find happens, because the near post power shot, the near post power shot is still really good. I just get there, turn there, and this shot here, bang to the near post, which has been really good all FIFA. It's still very viable. Bang it near post. The keeper's, if you look, the finesse probably still's on, but the keeper is still covering that near post, and it still just goes in. Nearly anyone on the game could finish that type of chance. For some reason, it's so strong on the game. It's been like that all year. We'll show it in slow motion again. But it's a really solid option that if you can get that near post shot open, it's going to be a goal nearly every single time. It's still really strong on the new patch. And you can use the finesse to bait it because he marked the finesse then. There you go. Okay, here's an example of the near post power shot that might not be quite as good sometimes. This one misses, it hits the post. Why is VLC Media Player doing that? Okay, there. Watch it. I hit the post here because I don't think the angle's as good as possible. Go back, watch it again. See there, it hits the post. That will go in sometimes, but it's not consistent. I'll show you why it's missed. If you're here anywhere to maybe like this angle, basically you're in line with the 6-yard box in this area and hit it near post. Like if you hit it from there or there, it's gonna go in. But soon as you hit it from like here, it's got more chance of hitting the post. Those two angles there, they can go in. And obviously in this position, I don't really have a guaranteed chance anyway. But it's going to hit the post sometimes. That's a risk you're going to have to take. So the shooting on this patch is better, but you can still miss those near post chances. Okay, here's an example of the near post power shot again, being very strong. We'll show it in real time and speed it up. Mbappe out of nowhere there. It's crazy. That power. This is something that's noticed as well. Watch here. The fake shot into that angle. You can see how Mbappe fakes it into that angle. And then there, he just absolute rockets into the top corner. We'll show it in slow motion. Fake shots into near post shots are insane on the game. They're a really strong way of scoring. You can see here, once we win the ball back, there's not a lot the defender can really do to get it to stop us. That fake shot sets up the power shot. bangs it near post. Absolutely insane. Hardly anything you can do to stop that. Here's a near post finesse from Messi. Sometimes this angle just sets up. I think this one here is more something you want to be doing with someone who literally has the finesse shot trait. Okay, here. Shifts it onto the left. I could have hit a power shot here. I just felt finesse was a bit better from this angle. Go back. See, they're pretty crazy. So accurate. Very hard to stop. Show it in slow motion. It's very hard to defend this because of how instant it is. Just good quick passing in the box. One touch, onto that left. Finesse, bang. They're like 2.5 bars of power. One of the things that I'd say that's a great way of scoring in this game is trying to get into the box, take one touch, set the angle right, because the angle's the most important thing on this game. If you hit shots from bad angles, you're going to miss a lot of the time. If you can get the good angle with a touch out your feet, it's going to make shooting a lot easier. Okay, this is the last clip I'm going to show. This one was an absolute rocket from Butragueño. Okay, this one's from the edge of the area. You can see here, we'll slow it down. These shots just weren't consistent on the last patch, whereas on this patch, if you have a good shooter, they go in really consistently. Look at that, 3 bars of power again. You can see that. 3 bars of power from this part of the box, just on the edge of the box, is very consistent with good shooters. In the box, you want 2 to 2.5 bars. Just rockets in. The keeper's absolutely dumbfounded. Can't do anything about that. Makes an absolutely crazy shot. That if you can get these angles, you can see it's all about setting your body in the perfect angle after taking a good touch. Finishing, if you can get this down, it will massively improve your game and make you a lot harder to beat, because if you take chances, your opponent's going to start getting frustrated and struggling. I hope you enjoyed those examples of how to finish on the new patch. I think that if you can get that down, start shooting from these angles, learn the right power, the right players to shoot with, it will make a massive difference to your game. Like I said, generally I would avoid using your weak foot in a lot of these positions. Weak foot's a lot less consistent. The finishing there I showed you on this patch is very consistent with good players. You don't need my team to do it though. Noble, Mbappe, Ben Yedder, these type of guys from those positions will score them a lot of the time. The long shots from the edge of the box are the ones that are a little bit less consistent. But weak foot, I didn't really show them because they're just not consistent. They'll just be random examples. 5-star weak foot, if you can get it, is absolutely huge. But for now, I think those angles, if you can learn those, that'll make a big difference to your game. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more content like this. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Have a good evening and keep it spicy.